Zion really, really stood out to me. If you have not been to national parks before, like great place to start because they have great facilities. There's a lot of variety in hiking. National parks, just in general, like if you haven't been to one, you need to go because they are such an impressive way to preserve our just natural environment, and it's so important, and it's like something that kind of sad to see. Like in this year we've seen some, kind of pull back on the protections they get. So go see them and go see how amazing they are because the amount of work that goes into it. When you go to a national park, go to the visitor center, which you're like, what a nerd. And if you hate plaques, don't go through it. But the national park visitor centers are usually really interesting. It gives you good context for what you're about to walk into and the history. They're usually very interactive. And it's a great time to just, you can talk to the rangers and be like, hey, what hikes are open? Like, is there anything I should, is there any weather reports to be worried about? And just kind of you get really great information to now begin your trip. And just the trails are really well marked. So I think especially if you're someone who's maybe like broaching into camping or nature, national parks are really beautiful and like are worth going into. And obviously going in winter, it's kind of nice. Like it's less crowded. There's just a lot more you get to do because you don't have the lines and the crowds. And it's kind of fun to see the parks in a different way. Obviously the reason it's peak is because there's usually peak features. But going in kind of off seasons let you actually get to experience the park and, be obviously like very important to be very respectful of like the space you're in and take good care of it. We love national parks. We're big fans and just think that the way they go about it is actually really beginner friendly. And they're not Disneyland. So that is like one thing. I think a lot of people are like, oh, like, Angel's Landing. That's why there's so many deaths. And people are like, well, it's a national park. I can't die. Like, yes, you can die. You could absolutely die. Yeah. Like many have died. Like, so it is like, take it seriously like any outdoor thing. But I just think it's like such a great way for someone who might be intimidated to do like a backcountry trip to just like get to experience some really cool parts of the world.